it's the one, the only Father Matt Frisbee, because it is time for our weekly conversation with Father Matt. It's time for Sports Roundup. Good morning, Father Matt.
Well, good morning, Dave and Ron and all of our listeners. As we, brave a little rain and thunderstorm this morning. How good it is to be with you. And I hate doing this, but we will talk about soccer.
Ooh,
okay.
It goes against just about every instinct that I have, but we'll do it.
Yeah, there you go.
Spain won the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
The end.
Now, boy,
Wow.
I love that analysis.
Yeah,
that was
good.
perfect.
Yes.
I will tell you,
That's
the
right.
great thing about it is there were, by my count, 44 individuals signing themselves with the sign of the cross as they were coming in. So you got to love that. Very Catholic Church, very well represented. But the big story, Father, and I wanted to get your thoughts on this right away. You've got Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson. Now, again, it's Tuesday, July the 21st. That means Deshaun Johnson just made another $385,000 a day just for walking around. It's guaranteed money. But what do you think? I mean, it's getting heated up in there regarding the who might be the starting quarterback for the Browns.
Well, firstly, I just have to comment on how quickly we did move from soccer.
Yeah, that was good enough. Yeah, that was good.
You hit the highlights. You heard it here first, folks.
Winner, loser, we're good.
I actually do want to kind of go back quickly to soccer.
Oh.
We'll go back to Browns. Spain won, yes. Argentina loses there. Messi. I'll come back to Messi in a minute. But then, a lot of people thought France would win, and then France loses to Spain, and then they lost in the consolation game, which, of course, is no consolation.
Right.
But I have to say this. So ESPN ran an article on their website the other day, and the headline was something along the lines of Messi being perhaps the greatest athlete of all time.
Mm.
And, of course, so often in sports, we do live in the moment, and we have a recency bias, and of course, anyone who came before just nearly isn't as good. But, to kind of say he's the greatest athlete of all time, to ignore someone like a Jim Thorpe, to ignore Jesse Owens, and to me, the one to say that somehow Messi is a greater athlete than Bo Jackson.
Right, yeah. Bo's the guy that everybody else should be graded by, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Bo Jackson, an incredible athlete. So just had to get that. Now we can move to the Browns.
Okay.
Who knows, with Shedeur, with Deshaun Watson. I do think, by and large, we'll see Deshaun Watson start the season. As you alluded to, he's getting paid like $385,000 a day, so it seems. Maybe that's really what it is. I don't know.
I made that up, but it's probably pretty close, yeah.
I mean, at minimum, it's got to be at least like $50,000 a day,
Yeah.
Just show up to practice,
Right.
So I just have a hard time thinking they're not going to start him. And but we'll find out, training camp getting into swing here pretty soon enough, and all that fun stuff. So football season is approaching. We'll see what the Browns have to offer. It is going to come. It is going to come down to quarterback for the Browns.
Yeah, and of course the Browns predicting who is going to start is almost a no-brainer because it makes sense. But then again, you're talking about the Browns, and they don't always make decisions that make sense, right?
Well, that's right. And we can at least say this much that we know. I mean, now, the decisions that don't make sense. Drafting Dylan Gabriel the other year in the third round. And this is what I can say very confidently. Dylan Gabriel will not be the starting quarterback this year.
Now, Father,
we got to talk.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Go ahead.
I think you might be going Guardians. I'm not sure, but when they scored as many runs in one game last night as they have, like usually in like 9 games, what a big game last night, and they almost set the franchise record with the number of runs.
Well, Ron, you were reading my mind, okay? Because I was going to go Guardians and Indians, and your comment is almost exactly what I was going to say. 13 runs last night. That is about, you're exactly right. That's about as many runs as they've scored in the last 9 games. It's probably going to be about as many runs as they score in the next 9 games. So I was looking at it last night. The Tribe, in terms of runs scored this year, they are second to last in all of baseball, which I'm surprised by. I thought they would have been dead last, but last year's American League representative of the World Series, the Toronto Blue Jays, are dead last. So they scored some runs, 13. That was an offensive explosion. And lots of, from multiple home runs from guys you would not expect. Petey Halpin hit 2 home runs last night. Rhys Hoskins hit 2 home runs last night. Good night from Chase DeLauder and Travis Bazzana. So hoping to get Angel Martinez and especially Jose Ramirez back here pretty soon. They're still only 1 game out, but we should also talk Tigers here. Tigers, who at some point were 11 games out, are now only 6.5. And the big thing in Detroit is what to do with their ace, their 2-time Cy Young Award winner, Tarek Skubal. Do you trade him, or do you keep him and see what you can do this year? Because after this year, he's a free agent. And, of course, after this year, it will be interesting for baseball because, by and large, everyone really thinks there will be no baseball season next year, that there will be a lockout.
Oh, my goodness. Don't they learn?
That's really, amongst a lot of baseball people. What's that?
Don't they learn? I mean, the baseball is gaining in popularity. The audience is building, and so hey, we better have another shutdown year.
The baseball doesn't learn, and you just see the major disparities in what teams spend. I think especially in baseball, and not that there's a completely direct correlation, but there's a very strong correlation between winning and money spent. The Indians, the Guardians, are an exception to that. They're usually near the bottom. They do a pretty good job of winning, but we also remember since 2016, have not even come close really to a World Series either.
Maybe this year, maybe.
But LeBron may be coming to Cleveland, so might all get
start scoring some runs if it's this year.
That's right. All right, you're keeping an eye on things. We appreciate that, Father Matt.
Yeah, you're welcome. Absolutely.